Hello and welcome to the program on Channels Television. I'm Anne Nwawadu. In the latest news coming out of the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo, at least 78 people have died after a ferry capsized on Lake Kivu, just a few hundred meters from its destination. The boat was traveling from the port of Minova in South Kivu and then sank as it was arriving on Goma's shore on Thursday. According to the regional governor, Chagos, there were 278 passengers on board. 40 of them were rescued. He added that it will take several days to determine the final casualty count. Such accidents are common in DR Congo, where boats are frequently overcrowded with passengers who are rarely given safety jackets and often cannot swim. And to cheerier news right here in Lagos, Nigeria, where the state government is championing the cause of promoting tourism, culture and peace by bringing together people to educate them on the benefits of living in peace and harmony. The State Commissioner for Tourism, Arts and Culture, Mrs. Toke Benson Awoyinka, who was speaking at the 2024 World Tourism event, says the joint effort is needed to strengthen the growth of the tourism sector and the sustainable development in Lagos and Nigeria at large.
Lagos state government officials, traditional rulers, top industry players in the entertainment and tourism sector all converge on Muri Okunla Park in commemoration of the 2024 World Tourism Day, organized by the State Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture to foster peace, unity and cultural understanding across the globe and increase awareness for local tourism.
Tourism Day, and you respond tourism for peace. And if I say the other way,
the State Commissioner in charge is excited to be leading the conversation on tourism excellence in Lagos.
The tourism sector serves as a powerful catalyst for fostering peace. In Lagos, we are not only committed to promoting tourism as an economic driver, but also as a tool for fostering peace. And our initiatives continue to elevate Lagos as a global tourism destination where cultural diversity is showcased and our rich heritage is shared with the world. Today, as we gather here at Muri Okunla Park, I'm proud to say that Lagos remains a beacon of culture and tourism excellence.
Partners of the Lagos state government echoed the benefit of tourism.
This year's theme, tourism and peace, speaks directly to one of the most important needs of our time, building bridges that connect people and cultures. Tourism is not just about seeing new places, it's about expanding our horizons, forming friendships, and learning to see each other as brothers and sisters in a shared world.
One of the traditional rulers, the Oniru of Iru Kingdom, asked government to utilize the power of tourism in promoting peaceful coexistence in the country.
The United Nations World Tourism Organization posits that sustainable tourism can contribute to the three pillars of sustainability: economic, social, and environmental. By promoting cross-cultural interactions and economic development, tourism can play a crucial role in creating peaceful societies.
A veteran actress, Joke Silva, who is also in attendance, commend the Lagos state government for celebrating World Tourism Day.
Thank you, Lagos State. Thank you for making sure that a day like this, tourism and peace, is recognized, is celebrated, because it is part of what will continue to unite us as a people in a world gone mad.
Speakers at this event agree in one voice by charging the federal and state governments to harness the full potential of tourism in promoting peace, healing, cultural heritage, and economic growth, as well as social inclusion.
And still on tourism, as part of activities to mark Nigeria at 64, the Lagos State government, through the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture, has given out 1,000 free tickets for residents to celebrate Nigeria's anniversary for a few days. The Lagos State Special Advisor on Tourism, Arts and Culture, Mr. Idris Aregbe, made this known at the Giwa Gardens Shogotedo area of Lagos while celebrating Nigeria's independence anniversary. He says it is important for parents to schedule a relaxation time with their children, ease stress and reduce depression, as well as stabilize mental health.
Fun seekers turn out in their numbers to celebrate Nigeria's Independence Day anniversary at Giwa Gardens, Shogotedo in Lekki area of Lagos to relax, swim and enjoy other exciting games. In the celebration mood, the Lagos State government gives out 1,000 free tickets to allow parents have fun with their children, an opportunity which is still open for residents for about 4 weeks. Some of the beneficiaries are excited to be here and encourage others to spread positive news about Nigeria.
Tourism is wealth, and I feel that it's also important that the partnership between Giwa Gardens and Lagos State government should stay. Once there is life, there is hope. No matter what we think is happening, I believe that very soon, by the grace of God, it will get better. We have to stop bad-mouthing our country because the world is listening. Right now, the world is a global place. Anything you say on the internet, every other person is sharing it. So we first of all have to try and project the positive image of this country, so that we can attract all these other foreigners, the investment that we need.
This is an adventure bringing people from different places. I saw people from Ikorodu here today, from Ilupeju, from the mainland coming to the island to have this kind of fun. It's relaxing, especially in these high times when we know the economic reality in the country.
The Lagos State Special Advisor on Tourism, Arts and Culture, Mr. Idris Aregbe, says government will continue to use tourism and entertainment as tools to foster peace and unity in the state.
We have an establishment like this in Lagos that it means a lot. I'm sure quite a lot of people are not aware of what we have here, and you coming here today, you can see that Lagos is really leading when it comes to tourism, art and value, tourism, art and culture, in the country. So we identify that, we still have, some problems here and there, as a country, but the most important thing is that we all need to come together and find a way out of it. This place is huge. It's a place whereby, when it comes to family, understanding family, entertainment and all that, this is where you can also reconnect and all that. We're also trying to say that no matter your budget, Lagos is one of the cities that no matter your budget, you can live your life as a king. Whether you're the elite, you're the middle class or the lower class, there's always a place whereby you can reconnect and make sure you get the best of whatever you want. So that's the kind of Lagos that we want, and that's the kind of Lagos that we have today.
The Lagos State government is also using this opportunity to encourage individuals to create the time to relax and take their mind off the economic hardship in the country in order to stay healthy.
Take me now.
And to other stories now, let's join the Director, Markets, Intelligence, Policies and Competitiveness at World Tourism Organization, Sandra Cavo. She joins us from Madrid in Spain to discuss more about tourism. Thank you very much for joining us on the program today, and congratulations, of course, on the launch of UN Tourism First Small Grants Initiative, Tourism for Rural Development Small Grants Program. What is this initiative all about?
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me. Well, the Small Grants Program for Tourism and Rural Development aims to support civil society organizations and non-governmental organizations, which specifically work with artisans and artists in rural areas in around 10 destinations in Africa. It is a program that wants to enhance the integration of those artists and artisans with the tourism value chain. We know there are two sectors with increased interest, increased impact on communities. So we really want to make sure that they can work together, and at the same time that the artists and artisans can benefit from the increase of demand of tourism.
I want to know, why did the United Nations Tourism choose Africa as a first continent for this initiative, and what are the key outcomes expected from these grants?
Well, we definitely, for two reasons. One, because we do think that the creatives industry in Africa has a huge potential to be linked with tourism. And the second, because tourism can be a driver of development and community empowerment for African destinations. So we have partnered with Tuiker Foundation, which is our partner in this important initiative. And through these grants, we do expect to see innovative projects also that target particularly women and youth, providing them opportunities to develop their business and their initiatives in creative industries linked to tourism development.
But apart from Africa, are there other regions that these initiative is targeted at?
For the moment, this pilot initiative actually starts with Africa, so we're very happy that we can kickstart this initiative for the first time in Africa. We do believe that Africa tourism has a huge potential. It has been growing significantly. We're very close already to the pandemic levels are gone and people are back to traveling. And we do believe this is a great opportunity to make a difference on the ground with these communities.
Explain to us, Sandra, how this actually fits into the general scheme of things at UN Tourism.
Well, we have, as a United Nations agency, our main priority is to ensure that our sector can actually be a driver of positive change, either in terms of social empowerment, economic development, and also minimizing the social economic impacts that the sector might have. So for us, working in rural areas is really important, considering that more than 80% of the people living in poverty actually are found in rural areas. They are also the ones who have less access to many services and many of the facilities that urban areas can have. So really bringing tourists to rural development can bring those two objectives together, that we can make tourism a driver of better well-being for communities in the specific destinations.
All right, Sandra Cavo, Director, Market Intelligence Policies and Competitiveness at World Tourism Organization. Thank you very much for your contribution and your thoughts on Network Africa, and well done too.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure, and we look forward for many, many interesting projects coming out of Africa.
Thank you. Somali's Foreign Minister Ahmed Moualem Feki has accused Ethiopia of attempting an occupation and annexation of the breakaway Republic of Somaliland. He was speaking during a UN Security Council meeting in New York on Thursday, claiming that Addis Ababa seeks to justify what he calls its aggression under the guise of counter-terrorism. And this is coming amid heightened tensions in the Horn of Africa after the Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed signed a memorandum of understanding with Somaliland, the self-governing region that unilaterally declared independence from Somalia in 1991. The pact sees the breakaway state leasing a Red Sea naval port to landlocked Ethiopia in exchange for recognition of Somaliland independence, further straining ties between Addis Ababa and Mogadishu. Both Russia and the United States are warning that the dispute between Mogadishu and Addis Ababa could lead to a surge of Islamic terrorism in that region. Ethiopia reportedly has 4,000 troops deployed in Somalia.
In Somalia, we are confronting not only with the unlawful annexation attempt of our territory by Ethiopia, but also with a narrative that seeks to justify this aggression under the guise of counterterrorism. Let me be clear. The claim that Ethiopia is in Somalia to fight terrorism is a veil for their true intention of a pretext of occupation and annexation of Somalia territory. The Somali government has engaged in good faith, unlike its Ethiopian counterpart, in a series of meetings facilitated by the brotherly government of Turkey. As a landlocked nation, Ethiopia has no rightful claim to Somalia territory for the establishment of a naval military base. Such actions are a violation of international law and a threat to regional stability. We look forward to working together on a new mission for the next 2 years on gradual transition to UN country team and achieving the priorities articulated in Somalia's letter to the Council in August 2024.
We welcome international consensus in support of the AU Support and Stabilization Mission in Somalia, the follow-on mission to ATMIS, and urge stakeholders to complete the necessary transition planning as soon as possible. The international community must maintain focus on this transition, which is critical to our shared security. We recognize some have advocated for applying the UN Security Council Resolution 2719 framework to the new AU mission. This is not the time or place to apply 2719. Colleagues, we are deeply concerned about rising tension between Ethiopia and Somalia and the negative impact it is having on shared security interests. The United States joins the African Union and other international partners in reiterating our support for the sovereignty and territorial integrity of Somalia and rejecting any efforts to undermine it. We support Turkey's mediation efforts and call for dialogue to de-escalate tensions. Regional tensions must not distract Somalia from critical state-building challenges or efforts to degrade al-Shabaab. Regional tensions also cannot interfere with planning for and deployment of a post-ATMIS mission.
Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi has welcomed his United Arab Emirates counterpart to Cairo. Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan met Mr. el-Sisi on the tarmac of Cairo airport. This visit is coming amid rising tensions in the Middle East as Israel intensifies its military campaign in Lebanon. Egypt and the United States have been working on a ceasefire deal in Gaza, but have been unable to broker one so far. The visit is also coming as pressure mounts on the Emirates over accusations of backing Sudanese rebels accused of committing war crimes. The Emirati president's delegation included the ministers of industry, investment and defense, as well as a national security advisor. Egypt has had to rely on Emirati logistics in recent years just to support its unfaltering economy. People with roots in the Chagos Islands are unhappy with what they call the exclusion from negotiations leading to the UK government's deal to give up its sovereignty of the region. The remote but strategically important cluster of islands in the Indian Ocean is set to be handed to Mauritius after more than half a century. Some Chagosians are now welcoming the deal, but many of them saying that indigenous people have been sidelined in talks. One of the largest islands, Diego Garcia, will remain a joint US-UK military base. It is expected to remain so for another 99 years with an option to renew. Mauritius will be able to begin a program of resettlement on the Chagos Islands, but not on Diego Garcia. In Africa, the Bank of Ghana has launched a new form of gold coin this month to encourage saving. The head of Risk and Foreign Reserves Management, Dr. Stephen Opata, explains that the bank is trying to deepen the financial market by giving investors more opportunities to invest. For some time now, the Bank of Ghana has made a series of efforts to stabilize its currency, which has continued to weaken against the dollar, hitting a record low exchange rate in June this year.
Ghana Gold Coin actually gives investors or people with extra savings an opportunity to have another way of investing. Before the introduction of the gold coin, if you are a resident in Ghana and you want to invest, you can buy T-bills or bonds. You can invest in shares on the Ghana Stock Exchange. Or if you have a lot of money, you can do real assets, such as real estate. Now, what we are doing here is giving investors another opportunity to invest in a different asset. In this case, it's a premium commodity gold. So we're really trying to deepen the financial markets by giving investors more opportunities to invest. So that's the main reason why we are doing this. We also want to give Ghanaians the opportunity to participate in our assessment, successful so far domestic gold purchase program. We have been able to accumulate significant gold reserves for the country, and we believe that this is a way of enabling Ghanaians to participate in the rich gold heritage of the country. A gold coin is a coin that is manufactured primarily from gold. That's what a gold coin is. We are not the first to do this in the world. Other countries have done it. In Africa, I think it's the South African Kruger Rand that was introduced, I believe, in 1979 or something like that. I have to look at my notes again. But it's been around for quite a while. Australia has done it. Canada has a maple leaf. But if you notice, these are all countries that have significant gold activities. They are gold mining countries. The main advantage for us, in our view, is that gold can act as a diversifier. If you have extra investments, if you mix it with gold, sometimes gold prices will be going up, stock prices will be going down, and T-bills may not be performing well. If you mix all of that, then you diversify your investment base properly. So gold acts as a good diversifier for investors.
We're still in Ghana, which has recorded its first case of Mpox this year. According to local health officials, the affected child, whose case was confirmed on Thursday, has been isolated, and those who came into contact with him are being monitored. The boy is in a stable condition while more than 200 cases are being investigated, and variant testing is also underway. In August this year, the World Health Organization activated its highest level of alert following a surge in Mpox in parts of Africa and the emergence of a serious variant of the disease, clade 1b. The variant has been recorded in the Democratic Republic of Congo, the epicenter of the outbreak, as well as Burundi, Uganda, Kenya, and Rwanda, where vaccinations are beginning. Almost 35,000 cases of the disease have been reported on the continent since the start of this year. Meanwhile, the World Health Organization, WHO, has approved the first diagnosis test for Mpox, where the results can be immediately known. The apex health body says that it could prove pivotal to helping to stop the rising global cases of the deadly virus. The new PCR test enables the detection of Mpox DNA taken from skin lesion swabs. Currently, samples have been sent to a laboratory for testing, and the patient and medics have to wait for days for the results. And that's Network Africa for today. Thank you so much for watching. I am Anne.